I've had a very eventful life. Well, not really. Growing up, I've always watched all my life videos and thought, wow, life is really depressing. I mean, all this talk about people dying and stuff, does everyone's grandparents die? Other than that, I got to imagine just how crazy my life could be if I wanted it to. From the videos, it made me process how large life truly is. And that's what I want to talk about today, from my perspective. It all started when I was just a sperm. I came out the strongest alive, defeating all the other A1 doctors and VTubers in my way. I soon enter the egg and become a zygote, get my DNA, travel down the fallopian tube, some other stuff happens, eventually become an embryo, and I'm growing and growing until BAM! Pop out feeling like a rock star. Since it's a draw my life video, I might as well mention my first memory. I was around 1 at the time and I was crawling on my knees, playing with toy trains. I got into my grandparents' room and my uncle was sitting there, chilling. I say to him, "What's going on, bruv? Dap me up." It went something like that. Skip a few years, I run away and Walmart a few times because my mom wants to get the food before we got a Hot Wheels toy. Yeah, okay, mom. I piss on myself in the backseat of my sister's car because I darn well do not want to go to school. And pacifiers, yo, I rocked that until I was in like 10th grade, man. I can't even lie. 3rd grade hits. I developed my first crush. I recall we had hall time or something, and I overheard her talking to her friend that she likes boys who do not laugh. I did not laugh for a week straight. No fart jokes, no your mama fat jokes, nothing fazed me until I gave up because who the heck is not gonna laugh at stuff? What am I, a goddamn psychopath? Anyways, that crush lingered on for... well, it hasn't really gone away. I mean, both of our initials are LL. If we get married, neither one of us has to change our initials. If that isn't a sign from Jesus Christ himself, then quite frankly, I don't know what is. Some other stuff in elementary, I told everyone my dad was black, which he's not. He's just really tan, and I don't think these colors exactly line up when you put them together. My mom worked at a school and I told her I wished this first grader was my little brother, and she snitched on me and told the entire darn school. Also, I peaked in elementary. I was legitimately one of the popular kids because I was the only kid allowed to have an iPad during the YMCA since my mom worked there. 5th grade is when I learned other kids cursed, so I thought I can't wait to get to middle school so kids don't curse anymore. Every kid cursed. Middle school was an absolute hellhole. Not a single innocent soul was around. That was until I met my best friend for the next few years. He was a smart Christian man who told me literally everything about the Big Bang Theory. I wasn't listening, and like God stuff until 1 year he had an absolute switch. Pretty sure iDubbbz and Filthy Frank got to him. Complete atheist, so, that was weird. But I gotta thank him for absolutely saving my middle school and high school years. Sometime then, I met Robert, which my very first memory of him was him talking about us being a group of school bad guys, and he would be the getaway driver and crash through the school. Middle school's hawk, I guess. I thought to myself, he is scary, and I eventually dormed with him, so... I also met Eric during that time because one of my friends knew that we both like video games, so we both talked about video games and played video games, and now we're roommates. But what did I do in middle school? I was in special ed classes and managed to lie to most of my friends about being in it because I knew there was a particular word I would get called that I really didn't want to get called. Legitimately, only one of my friends knew, and he was so kind about it. Shout out Connor, man. Shout out Connor. High school comes. I didn't do anything for like the first 2 years except drink soda out of a Doritos bag since no one brought cups apparently. That was really until my second semester of sophomore year when I took theater. I figured out that I am not a good actor, but I can do improv surprisingly well, which makes sense because I mainly do things with little to no preparation but somehow do better than expected. Not to brag or anything. I also met someone who would be my future girlfriend, but that's like years in the future. I do remember it was the first time I ever decided to walk up to someone and make friends with because usually I let people come to me, but This time, this time was different. And it was really nice, and she was pretty cool, and yeah, I don't know. It was like a cute moment that I still think fondly of. COVID hits, shuts down school. I get drunk for the first time ever with my sister and her friends at our house. An amazing experience. Don't drink, by the way, it sucks. Some interesting stuff happens. I had to play Freak, Marry, Kill with my sister's 3 friends. Yeah, no, that was awkward. I'm back at school, and this marks the point I become more of who I am now. Another theater girl rolls around. I know, all these damn theater girls everywhere. We start dating. Fake dating. I don't remember why, but she asked me, and I was like, yeah, sure, because I kind of had a crush on her. It's the second to last day of school, and the last day of school marks our 1 month anniversary of fake dating. I went shopping with my mom to get her a present. I got her a Starbucks Frappuccino and watermelon candle, and that same night I decided to fake break up with her. But like, for real break up with her, just like the fake dating thing makes difficult. I don't, yeah, she was talking about wanting to vape, and I was like, hell no, girl, I'm out of here, and broke up with her. And I mean, I did not think we were still going to talk after school ended, so the last day of school was awkward. I gave her the Frappuccino because white girls tear that up. Kept the candle, and I'm glad I did because that candle smells so good. I remember her trying to hit me or something in my back because I was bruised at the time, and that was a little petty. Yeah, we're all cool beans now, though. Senior year arises. Nothing really happens. Homecoming week hits, and wow, that was a fun week until BAM! In the middle of the week, one school morning, the principal comes into my engineering class and I am called out of the classroom. A police officer pulls me out in the hallway, pats me down, goes through my book bag. In my head, I'm thinking, did YouTube somehow report my video that didn't even upload properly that I filmed last night that included me playing with a fake butterfly knife? Hey everyone, today I will be talking about chopsticks, and that I don't understand chopsticks. I am absolutely humiliated as I am being patted down by an officer. He walks me to the office, and I ask, can I ask why this is happening? And he says, no, or something that doesn't really elicit any sort of answer of why it may be happening. Once I am pulled into the office, I am asked if I have any sort of weapons on me, which, like, what the hell? No. Apparently some account on Instagram with a profile picture of my face has been talking to a girl at the school. I don't know to whom or what was being discussed. That's about as far as I know. Ironically, I took a month-long break from Instagram at the time and I showed them all the accounts I had. I then cried for the rest of the day because I never thought that would happen to me, which is a scary thought, by the way. Anyways, homecoming week. I go to homecoming for the first time with Miss First Theater Girl, as previously mentioned. I go with her as a friend. Great moment, and none of your business. College is slowly getting closer and closer. In my head at the time, I was going to do robotic engineering until I eventually settled on computer programming. I originally planned to go to the same community college my sister went to, but I realized I had absolutely no one who was going there, so I decided against it and went to Pearl River Community College. I dormed with my 2 friends, Eric and Robert. I also made a new friend, Aiden, who went to the same high school, just never interacted beforehand. The 4 of us had some of the funnest college experiences ever. I should reword that. The 4 of us had some of the best dorm room experiences ever. We didn't live the craziest college lives, but man, did we have some fun in our dorms. We played Mortal Kombat, watched movies, and ate burgers and pizzas practically every day. I was still very antisocial. I got a little better in college, but there was not a significant improvement. Time jump into the second semester of college. I eventually check up with Miss First Theater Girl. We lost touch and weren't on the best terms, but I missed her because she was a cool friend to be around and we shared a lot in common. I felt more connection and relation with her than anyone else. So we started becoming closer and closer as friends and talked practically every day. Eventually, we started dating right after we stayed up watching goddamn Airplane Mode. So, thanks, Logan Paul. I became a lot more social and confrontational. I started working on this current YouTube channel and I decided I want to be a YouTuber. So, bye bye computer programming. At the time, I felt complete. The relationship was perfect. Besides the codependency, ongoing hurt feelings, and selfishness. I had tremendously lost contact with my friends. I didn't dorm my second semester of my second year of college, and I hardly spoke to anyone besides my girlfriend. We spent just about every second together. She basically moved in with me, and my girlfriend's relationship with my parents absolutely diminished. It was as if my mom was raising 3 children in her household, and 2 of her children were dating. I should mention, I don't blame my now ex-girlfriend for all of this. Relationships are a two-way street and it takes 2 to fall apart. Exactly 11 months into the relationship, we broke up. At the time, we had a plan to take a break for a month, and during that time, we would have no contact with each other. That's not how it went. We spoke and eventually hung out with one another, which diminished our relationship completely. Looking in hindsight, I am very grateful that I had all that time with her. I got to experience much more with her than I would have without her. Sure, like all couples, we had our bad times, but our good times were pretty good. When people ask me why we broke up, I usually tell them that we spent too much time with one another. Typically, they are left in disbelief and believe it is much more than that. Of course, there is much more than spending too much time together, but I believe that it encompasses all of our minor issues together. We had no separation from one another, causing minor, unnecessary issues to build up. Relationships are messy. They can be fun, but it is important to know what you're getting yourself into. After that, I was heartbroken, like anyone would be, graduated from community college, and did nothing but work and YouTube. One cool day, I got drunk with my friends at a river, and I remember me and one of my friends stared at each other for like an hour, maybe 2 straight, as our friends pulled us away. Yeah, that about covers it. I then transferred to Mississippi State University and got an apartment with my buddy Eric. Throughout my time here, I've gotten more social, joining clubs, attending events, and being participative overall. One day, I attended a local concert alone. I went up to a random person who was by himself and I started chatting with him. We hung out the entire concert and I successfully made a friend, which was interesting that I had that within myself. By the way, we messaged a few days ago, then I fell asleep while we were messaging, and I forgot to message him back when I woke up, and now it's been like 4 days, and I don't know how to message him because I'm at that awkward stage of, it's been a minute. Mac, if you're watching this, even though you're not, I'm sorry, man, you're really cool and you have nice hair. I also went on a first date with this one girl and I paid for her meal, which in return, she lets me smoke weed with her, and I have never smoked weed or done any use of drugs in my entire life. Yeah, we do that and watch The Amazing World of Gumball.
I am like this because ADHD, autism, neurodivergent.
I have ADHD as well.
Right, but because you said that's what the mask is, I think you're a fag.
By the way, Mom, Dad, police maybe, I didn't do this. Prank, gotcha. Don't smoke, it's bad for you. Yeah. But yeah, I am attending events, making friends, and participating in clubs. Life is great. I start dealing with internship stuff, and, that becomes stressful. I get to edit a few films that come out pretty well, I think. Eventually, I get to attend a film festival as a filmmaker. A few months back, I got to edit, co-direct, work on sound design, and work as a cinematographer for a 48-hour film competition. It was amazing to get to see it on that big theater screen with a large group of people. I networked, dyed my hair blonde, and it becomes one of, if not the best weekends of my entire life. It made me proud that I got to be a part of something I am so fond of.
What's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty. Sorry. You couldn't compare. I just could not help myself, but there's like a soul right there. I'm sorry, I couldn't. Honestly, I'm not even be out of it. I just had him in my mind the entire time. Oh my god. Honestly, we're gonna keep recording.
Oh my god, yeah, we can keep going through that.
I got to connect with people who are passionate about the same things I am. All of this basically leads to present day. So, who am I now? I still don't know. Life.
I'm going to stop myself right there. I recorded that approximately 2 months ago now, and not that my opinion has necessarily changed, because I still don't know who I am. It's not that I know who I am now. That's like, there's still lots of discovery to be had, and I'm only 21. My point is that I feel a lot more comfortable at the state I'm in right now. I am slowly learning things about what I want to do with my career, and just where I lie with my goals overall, not just career-wise, but what I want out of life. Anyways, I wanted to make this video just because I thought, like, draw my life, that was always kind of a cool thing. But what I've gotten away from this video is that I've taken life for granted. I mean, there are so many special moments that I've gotten to experience. Not that I've included every single moment in this video. I left a lot of the stuff out, but there are so many moments that are so special to me, and a lot of moments that have happened after the 2 months, which I didn't include. I kind of included in there, but not really. Anyways, I just think that at least me, I take life for granted sometimes, and I want to be more appreciative of my experiences and what I've gotten to go through and the people in my life. And, I wouldn't be here without those people. And, like, I didn't mention every single person. So if you're not mentioned in the video, if you're watching this and you're not mentioned, you're like, damn, I must not be important. That's not true. There's so many special people in my life, and I didn't capture all of that in 15 minutes. It's difficult to do. But yeah, like I said, I've gotten to understand how special my life and everybody's life truly is. Truly are. Everyone's lives truly are. That's right. I hope you guys take care, and I'm gonna relax now. Like, this is kind of cozy out here. It's hella hot, but, like, I feel at bliss. No, because I'm not, like, I don't think I'm ignorant right now, but I feel at peace. Anyways, don't take granted for the experiences that you have in your life. Okay, all right. Yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later then. I really hope nobody comes out here. That would be awkward. I'm actually blocking the sun for you guys now. But I don't want to lay down. This kind of sucks. And there's ants. There's a ant. Am I out of frame? Maybe I just get out of frame completely. I'll go over there. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.